What's your best punch, Gabe? Is it the right hand or the left hand?
Huh?
What's your best punch? Left hand, right hand?
I don't know. It depends. Sometimes it depends on what the guy's giving me.
Gabe, let's do one more here because we don't. All right, I'm gonna do two on that.
Coach, what do you think his best punch? I just asked him, right hand or left hand? What do you
Well,
think?
he actually can punch with either hand, but he's got a great left hook to the body. I like his right hand left hook to the body.
What is the punch that is harder to develop for fighters, considering they're orthodox? Is it the left hand? Is it turning that right hand over?
Well, it's knowing how to position yourself to punch. That's the hardest thing to learn. You can make a better puncher out of somebody if they have a better angle. But most guys, because of the amateurs, are throwing arms, and they've never learned how to turn their body and use their. Even Tyson, the Gus Lamont, he could have been a better puncher if he would have learned to turn his shoulders a little more and get his back and legs into the punch. Holyfield was he showed that he hadn't had the fundamentals. Holyfield out fundamentally. He fought him from an angle. And every time Tyson went to hook, he'd hit him with 4 punches. And he didn't back up. So a guy with less power, mean, he wasn't a mean guy. He was a mean guy when he had to be, but Tyson was more the meaner guy, supposed to have the best chin, and he got his ass clean because of the fundamentals.
You think we'll ever see another guy like Tyson?
I'm sure we will. There's always somebody down the line that's been in a trash can and want to get out of it. So I definitely think you'll see some young guy come out of the woodworks that's hungry and has power and natural ability. Like Gabe, when he came into this gym, I was like, I told my son, I said, you don't know who's here. And both of us loved him. You know, we loved the way he fought, but I knew that we could do some things to make him a little better. And that's what we're just trying to add a few more inches.
Last question. Who's the hardest puncher you've ever worked? You work with a lot of fighters. Hardest puncher you ever worked with that you can feel on the mitts, you feel on when you were working?
I'm going to tell you, Lamon Brewster could really punch, but he never listened and didn't have the discipline that a fighter needed. But I had Lamon when he knocked out Galata in the first round. I had him when he knocked Kazniewski out in Germany. Then he thought he knew more than everybody else, and he left Sam Simon. Leaving Sam Simon, that meant I quit because Sam Simon was a godsend for Lamon, and he left him. When he left him, I left him. In the next fight, we both watched in the studio him get knocked out by a lesser fighter.
Can you teach power? Is that something you're born with, or can you teach it enough to where it can get to the next level?
You can help a little bit on power. You got to be born with power. You're born with it. I mean, Danny Lopez threw punches like this, he'd knock your brains out.
Yeah.
Just a natural ability, you know.
Because you see Tim Bradley, he's so built, but punching power just never really been there.
No, he's so quick. He's ahead of himself. He don't set down. Muhammad Ali started doing a little bit of that. But Muhammad Ali started learning in his later life how to set down on his punches when he knocked and destroyed guys, you know. I mean, he had better punching power than he was really taught. He was just speed back. He was ahead of himself.
Wow.
Sometimes speed can be a bad thing, and sometimes it can be a good thing. I think in Gabe's part, it's a good thing.
And you can put them both together.
Put them both together, and it just adds more power.